right, so we've gone back and taken care of a lot of the red and gone through some power tools and gone through some situation tools and different ways to get information down onto your PCR. Okay, so one more item before we go on to the signature side is when you're taking a call from the fire department, it's pretty simple. They upload their PCR to the cloud. They ask you your unit number, etc., and then you transfer it down. So you hit transfers, then you download the transfer. This pops up. You look for your call sign, RD177. Between these dates, look for the street name of the call that you're on. That's the easiest way, that you know the unit number by heart. Let's say you're already en route, you didn't pay attention to what engine it was. Look for the street name, and there's going to be a download button like the rest of them. You just download that one. Their demographics will come across. If they've done any treatment or vital signs, it would also appear side by side by yours, except instead of an X icon on the top right hand corner, it'll be a lock icon telling you that it's been locked and you can't manipulate it or mess with it. Okay, so make sure you also check your run info for the EMD information that comes across here. If they did EMD pre-arrival instructions and they have data in the EMD card number field, you're going to have to change it to this button from no. The signature field. Okay, so for every call, every transport you go on, there's going to have to be at least 3 things you get signatures for. This particular call, there's going to be 4 since we gave a narcotic. Okay, so you're going to need the patient to sign. All right, you're going to need the primary crew signature, which is yours. You're going to definitely need the receiving facility agency signature. Okay, depending on what shop you work at, they're also going to want you to have a secondary crew signature. Also, if you have to add an AMA to this form for any kind of reason, they didn't want you to do this, that, or the other thing, or bypass to a different facility than the one you're recommending, you can add AMA as well. Okay, we're also going to add a controlled substance signature on it. This is a witness signature for when the RN witnessed the waste. Okay, so if you're wasting narcs at the hospital, the RN has to witness this, and that's when you would sign that. I like doing it this way, so I have my fields right here and they're already open, and if I just need to ask the person, this is for patient care, this is for narc waste, it's all right here. I just click on it. Okay, so before we get into those signatures, we're going to do another side mission over here in the controlled substance usage tab here. Now, because you gave fentanyl, this is going to pop up like this. You're just going to add a signature here. What this is some information about the drug you gave and your initials and your partner's initials. Okay, so we gave fentanyl, we gave 50 mics, we were going to waste 50 mics for a total of 100. This is you, our crew ID number 1. I'm going to get my little signature there. I'm going to see if I get my partner's signature here, right? All right, and so we're all good. This is going to be me and the secondary crew signature. That's initials. So your partner is supposed to check the drug box, make sure the appropriate amount is missing, and then they can sign that. Now, and we go to get our signatures at the end. Let's start at the bottom. So for the patient signature, we're going to tap on there. When the ambulance pulls up and the EMT throws it in park and is hitting buttons, and that's a good time to get the signature. We got to select HIPAA, permission to treat, transport, and release for billing. Minimum. Those are the 4 things you add to the list. All right. You can click get patient name to get the patient's name, good old Bob Smith, and then you say, "Sir, I need you to sign this for me. This allows us to bill your insurance company directly." They can sign right here in the field. Okay. The reset. What I will normally do is enlarge it. I'll use my finger while they're watching. Just sign right here, please. Signature status. If they sign it, hit signed. If they're not going to sign it, you have to have one of these reasons, and it has to be just one of these reasons. Okay. Then you have to explain the narrative why it wasn't signed. If you are always turning in, contaminated hands. Yeah, patient contamination, and you're never getting the signatures, and it's always patient contamination. Ops is going to be tracking you down and studying all your calls and wondering why you're never getting signatures when everybody else is. When they sign it, hit that button to timestamp their signature, okay? Then hit OK. You signing it, the same exact thing. You assign it, signature status, signed. Give me the time. The drop-down menu here is going to drop up, I guess. Choose your name, and then you're good, okay? Your secondary crew signature, the same thing happens. You can choose your partner, and they can sign, and then you hit signed here. Then you're good. If the patient wants to AMA against something, you hit AMA and have all these things. Who's signing this AMA? Refusal of what? It could be recommended. You can write recommended destination too as well. The patient can sign here. Same thing. Get patient name. They could sign right here, and then you can even lock this field out if you want to, so it can never be touched. Now we're going to walk over to the RN. They have to sign for the waste. They have to witness you wasting it, and the sign for patient care. What I would normally do is say, here's the fentanyl. There's 50. I'm wasted. Okay, squeeze it into the appropriate bin over there, and say, okay, this you're signing for witnessing of the waste. Signed, Ryan RN. Okay, and RN. You can put their last name there, their level there, and then you can hit the time, and then that's good. Something's read. Healthcare provider. All right. So what else is here? Receiving agency, facility signature. Then I would tell the RN this is for patient care, and then they would do the same signing thing. And then they want to sign it, clock, hit the clock, and then lock. So they're gonna hit this lock signature. When you hit lock, it pops up. Do you want to lock all signature fields? Because if you do that, you can't mess with this anymore. Okay, I'm not gonna lock this one because I'm gonna delete this call. But hit OK, and then our signatures are all taken care of. As an aside, if you're from the Riverside County area, when you do get your signatures, it's going to look like this. 4 people have to sign on pretty much every call, depending on how many people you have on your rig. Now, if you have 2 people on your rig, then we need 2 signatures from the crew before ImageTrend will let you lock it out and go home. Somebody has to sign as a crew member, the other person has to sign as a report author. If you have a 3-man crew, for instance, then 2 people have to sign as crew members, and the third one has to sign as a report author, and that would be you. Okay, just in general, the Riverside County version of ImageTrend has several signature buttons and situations that don't exist on the San Bernardino County side. Let's look at them real quick. There's a refusal button if the patient wants to sign out and release liability from you. There's this refusal button if they do not want to sign. There's also a button for witnessing a not signed situation. If there's a physician on scene, follow your county protocol, but have them sign here to accept patient care. There's a special button and a different form for if your patient is being transported, but they want to refuse the recommended destination. This is the normal circumstance patient signing the form button, okay? So everything goes like normal. You press this button here and have them sign the form there. If you get to the destination, the patient cannot sign because of a distress-related issue, push this button and use this dialog. If you get to the destination, patient cannot sign because they're refusing to sign, push this button and use this dialog. Destination healthcare is the button you would press to get the signature of the healthcare provider you're handing care over to at the destination facility. This is for all your crew members. Press this as many times as you need to get several crew member signatures. This is the report author, or the report filler-outer, whatever you're calling yourself this week. If you have to sign a paper copy for a signature, push this button and you'll attest to that here. The other button can be used if the situation you're in does not fit perfectly in any of the above situations. Once they sign, clock, and lock, make sure you immediately hit this button right here, which is transfer of patient care. Boom, okay? As an aside, if you work in the Riverside County area of AMR, when you get the healthcare provider signature at the hospital, at the destination, the time that you log that happens has to exactly equal the patient care transfer time in the call time section. It has to equal it down to the second. Anything else, and it won't let you close it out. You give a report, hit the button, have them sign, clock, and lock, and then everything's going to be fine. They won't be held accountable for long bed delays, and you'll be documenting when patient care transferred. And that's it for signatures.